think it's a beautiful initiative. The industry lacks this kind of a forum, and one day in a year to learn something more in a very structured and organized manner, probably go what I've been saying as get out of our comfort zone and listen to something else. I think that's what this forum is all about, and that way it's a very great initiative.
One of the key takeaways, don't take online very easy. Think about it very seriously. And also another thing was, the part where the BSE, the Bombay Stock Exchange, came and said, it's a platform which is welcome to all the family dwellers. This is one of the key things which I think is very important to think about. I was appreciating one of the ESI, the Jamalkhan Institute, who was trying to cater all over India, and they've been here for so many years, trying to explore and it's a competition for them also because there are a lot of other laboratories who are there in India. And I understood that they were also taking an initiative to make a difference, which is quite different because there are a lot of challenges which face in diamond industry. And I like the way how the laboratory has taken a big step. And also the ERP system, there are a lot of software engineers who are involved in this forum, and they're trying to understand what the actual retail people want and they're giving solutions. This is also a very big deal because other than just catering to a lot of other IT industries, they're actually looking at jewellery, even though it's small, they're looking at it in a very important way.
There are tons of opportunities out there on the digital space, but opportunities don't come without challenges. So we all need to get together and think of the ways with which we can overcome these challenges, leverage the opportunity that is out there. Digital is growing, your consumers are growing, people are transacting online. How do we make maximum out of it?
I think the person who came on behalf of Louis Vuitton, he spoke fabulously, to the point. One thing which he really taught me is brand building. You need to do brand building. Your product may be the best, but if you do not have the brand building, the branding strategy, then you may not really be there. The gallery was also a very good initiative. It's like, you get to do a one-to-one. So in that way, to gather more information. Of course, here they speak to everybody collectively, but in the gallery you get to do a one-to-one. So I guess that's more personal and better.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you very much for inviting me. I think it's a wonderful initiative, especially for the jewellery industry, to have like-minded individuals from different spheres to come in and pool ideas, to discuss issues that we all have in common, to discuss the future of the industry, to figure out how we can build brands and be ready for the new India. So congratulations for pulling a phenomenal initiative.
My belief is even if you take one point home, it's great, but I've taken up multiple thought processes from here, so I'm really, really happy about it.
The basic session by Shivram ji was very interesting. We had basic issues very well presented, and the last session, which was online-offline effects, were very worthwhile. Knowledge base development at every level in the organization is important as of now. So they will work, they will be helpful tools, and for any business the tools are very important.
Right, so in fact it has been a wonderful initiative because people from different segments came to discuss about a particular sector. So I am sure that the retailer, it would have been a great education for the retailers. And the retailers also would have been benefited by the panel discussion which we had. That was primarily on account of the fact that there are many retailers who do not understand the requirement of the different sections of the finance which ultimately provide finance to them. So that way I think it must be very, very helpful for the Indian jewelers retail to grow and prosper further.
All was good, all was excellent. Each and every minute was informative. इसको आप कितना यूटिलाइज करते हो, अपने चीज़ को कैच करते हो, तो ये बहुत अच्छा प्लेटफॉर्म है जिसमें हमें काफ़ी चीज़ें देखने को और सीखने को मिली.
It's a platform where you actually update yourself, what's happening around the industry, and more especially the topic of omni-channel, which was brought into the picture. I think that is something to ponder upon.
As I said, this is basically a beautiful confluence where actually the industry is being open to actually different thoughts, and it is also being made much more contemporary. It's getting exposed. The people in this industry are getting exposed to the new thoughts, not only affecting them but also laterally in terms of how it could benefit them. More funding options, and obviously I'm sure that they would have got some insights, and I'm sure they will learn out of this experience.
It was a good initiative taken by RJIF, and for younger generation it's a good learning compared to the new ideas what which generation wants. Like for example, a lot of talks on e-commerce and then the equity, and I think that was a good way for next generation to learn on what needs to be done for next 5 years or what's the next trend.
It was a great pleasure being here at the Retail Jeweller Forum 2016. We had a great insight regarding the e-commerce, which is a boom right now in the market, as well as how to market ourselves in the luxury line.
Well, over here we found some very insightful lectures on the luxury, which gives a very good driveway, a roadmap to my brand. Also, the digital marketing path, which is very new, omni-channel trend. I think that was very interesting to implement in our business strategy, and that will definitely give some mileage to my business. All the panel members who are experts from the funding side, they have given us the best roadmap for that. Well, out of all these available options, I feel the digital omni-channel software, which is very upcoming and which gives you a point of differentiation in your retail environment, that is a very interesting thing. Another thing I found is this GSI laboratory certificate, which is also a very good benchmark for that. There are few experts who are training the HR for a better retail environment. So each and every service sector has its own expertise, and which is helpful to me for my business.
There is a wide open available capital market ready to fund you. Let us upgrade, come of age, and give them a good disclosure to the capital market. We can raise the money needed and we can corporatize ourselves.
When we come over here, we get motivated and we have our on the fast track. So we've got a lot of knowledge from this forum, and I think so we'll be putting this for the best use in our company.
Updated knowledge इसमें almost ये सारी चीज़ों को cover करते हैं, चाहे रिटेल का हो या होलसेल में क्या हो रहा है, इंटरनेशनली क्या हो रहा है, और आने वाला सिनेरियो क्या है, और हमें किन जगहों पे ध्यान देना चाहिए, ये सारी चीज़ें ऑलमोस्ट ये कवर करते हैं.
As you know, the gems and jewelry sector in India is still unorganized compared to many other sectors which have grown much faster. 10 years back, the organized players were less than 5% of the total jewelry market. Today, they are about 23%. So it is very, very important that the unorganized sector, the smaller jewelers, they come out of their shell, then regional perspective, to understand what is the bigger market and take advantage of the growth of the sector. And that's where the forum of the retail jeweler is very, very important to help these people go forward.
I personally like two sessions in this. One was the luxury selling. That was one of my favorite topics which was covered in this discussion, and Mr. Bhatia covered it very well. The amount of expertise he has was immense, and we got a very good insight as to what luxury branding is and how luxury brands are sold. So that was first session, and second session which I personally liked was on the panel discussion on omni-channel. Obviously, omni-channel is a new thing in any of the retail industries, because the panel consisted of people from different retail industries. It gave us a very good learning. It's like, it was quite educating, I would say, session. A great amount of learning, and if you want to take your brand to the next level, although we enjoy legacy heritage, our brand PNG, so if you want to take it to the next level in a luxury segment, obviously there was some learning, and that is a takeaway from this session, I would say. So it's very good actually, because once you're here in the forum, the topics that you discuss on technology, on selling, if the technology service providers are here, then you get to interact with them, and you never know, you could use one of their services. So I find this to be quite interesting.
See, after discussing and attending this forum, we came to know that there are so many things were there in our mind, but we could relate with it. But after attending, we could relate with our own type of work, and we can execute it in our own business, So it's really very good to be over here.